Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Inside the Show, your source for all postseason news. Here's a recap of yesterday's playoff baseball. The Rays defeated the visiting Giants 3-0.
In from the bullpen as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 out. Now to the plate, Kobayashi. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Two down.
And they start him out away with a cold strike. Tough spot here for a left-handed hitter, facing a guy that's exceptionally tough on lefties.
Yeah, you generally get so many at-bats against right-handed pitching. Now you're in a good RBI spot, and you're stuck facing a guy like this.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Yeah, trying to go front door with that breaking ball. Started it a little too far inside, though.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And this is taken for a ball high and tight. 2-2.
Good take there. He's giving him a great battle with guys in scoring position.
5 runs, 9 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. He got him, and exhale as he's out of the jam, and the inning is over. Phillies leave a couple as they hang on to their 5-3 lead. Handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys, but what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he was definitely a big part of this victory. You see there, 4 RBIs for him in the ball game. He came through when they needed him to, and he was instrumental in the win.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to the Show Nation. Out here as he'll enter with the runner at first and nobody out. With a moment here in downtown San Diego, a look at the Padres starting lineup. EK, any thoughts?
Well, I think the guy to watch is Matt Kemp. He's a serious contributor in this lineup, and he's having a really nice season so far. Top 5 in the National League and slugging at the moment, so he could very well end up being a key player in this ballgame.
Visitors failed to score in the first, so now it'll be up to this fella to keep him even as he gets the starting nod here this afternoon. Alexi Amarista will take his first swings here, and as you can see, not a lot going right for him offensively here in this first month of the year. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count. And that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
Throw on to second, so they'll get the lead man, and that's all. But he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the one out.
Right fielder.
Matt Kemp will come forward now, back in the lineup after being used as a pinch hitter last night. Chop foul at the plate, strike one. Ground ball to second. This could be two. To second for one. On to Freeman, and they turn the double play to end the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We're off to the second, scoreless on the show. Logan Morrison will dig in now. Off to a slow start, as you see there. Just barely over the 200 mark here in April. In there, strike one.
No ball. One strike.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And I know it's your first at-bat of the ball game, and you want to work the count a little, but those were two pretty good pitches to have a rip at.
Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that is by him on into center field. So good hitting on 0-2 nets him a leadoff single.
Just a great at-bat here to start the inning against a tough left-handed pitcher. You see him stay on this pitch all the way. He's aboard here with a leadoff single.
Yonhervis Solarte will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Nope, that's off the plate.
And a ball, 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1. Hit out of play, and it's a full count now.
Hey, nobody's on now.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory.
Got it.
A quick out number one. With a moment now, let's check out the top of the scorecard and see how the Braves align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, we get to watch one of the best fielding teams in the league. They can go out and get the ball as well as anybody in all of baseball. Makes pitching a lot easier.
Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. Popped high in the air.
I got it.
Freeman camps under it, and he's got it for route number 2.
He gets another easy pop up there, and this is just turning into a walk in the park. It's been a pretty stress-free outing for him so far.
Corey Spangenberg is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. And they can't run it down. Bottom of the second here with no score. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
2-way.
Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Williams is there, and that retires the side. Padres leave 1. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Another beautiful day here in San Diego as we get a look at La Jolla Cove, and we're all set to begin the top of the 3rd from Petco. Kenji Summersgill comes to the plate, possibly receiving a bunt sign in order to stay out of the double play.
Yeah, and everybody's got a different opinion on this situation. But in reality, it really comes down to...
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. And we are tied 0-0. Alex Dickerson will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night. Grounded to short. Ripken is right there. And a good throw gets him one gone.
Pretty good work out of the bullpen, as you see there. He got called in much earlier than I'm sure he expected, but he's given him a real lift so far.
At the plate, Carson Amos, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
This fastball is looking pretty lively right now.
Bases are empty, one man out. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Set to deal on 2-2. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now. Juan Lagares will stand in for a second time. He drew a base on balls to lead off the home first. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1.
And that's where, if I'm pitching, I just pour a fastball in there. You got to figure he'd be taking to give his pitcher a second or two to get himself together over in the dugout.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. We'll head. Alexi Amarista is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Now he bounces a knuckleball up to the plate for a ball. This is hit high in the air out toward left center.
Got it.
Inciarte will slide over and put this one away, and that's out number 1. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And coming up, the dangerous right fielder, Matt Kemp.
Hey, we got one.
Hey, in there, no balls and a strike.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Ripped on the ground to first. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single. Logan Morrison will dig in. He singled his first time around. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
68 miles an hour. I mean, that's barely the speed limit. You don't see pitches that slow too often.
Good breaking ball, but he missed inside with it. A ball and a strike.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. And it's tailor-made to short. 6, 4, 3. But it's not in time, and the inning will continue.
Now batting.
Digging in the switch hitter, Yonhervis Solarte. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. And he'll just watch this thing to try and get an idea. It's 0-1. No runs, 2 hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Padres. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 left for San Diego through 4. Kenji Summersgill digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Swinging a soft liner.
Oh, make the turn, round it, round it.
Look. Throw to first is going to be in time, and the Braves rally comes up short as that's out. 2 left for Atlanta. Halfway home, still no score.
Leading off for the Padres.
Derek Norris comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th. And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen.
Hey!
Now a knuckleball, and it's looked at for strike 1.
Plays it first.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
He's working into his 5th inning out of the bullpen, so he's likely well beyond what was expected of him.
Knuckleball, strike 3 called as that thing came back over the plate, 1 away.
Another knuckleball here. When you throw that pitch, it's not really about the knuckles. That's a misnomer. It's more about the fingernails that you basically dig into the baseball just underneath what we call the horseshoe part of the ball. And then you hope to throw it so that there's hardly any rotation.
Hey, got one.
Nope. And he'll watch the fastball miss down low. It's 2-1.
Ball.
Trying to shave that outside corner with the fastball, and he missed it. It's 3-1 now.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Grounded up the first baseline. Freeman's got it, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
The left fielder, number 1, Alex Dickerson.
Striding into the box, Alex Dickerson. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. And that's in there for strike 1.
Okay, all right, here we go now.
And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1.
Hey, 2 away now.
And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. To short, hit hard. Ripken scoops it up. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Padres down in order. 6th inning coming up. Carson Amos Gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
Strike.
I'll tell you, that's been such a good pitch for him through the years.
It really has. He's not still around if he doesn't have that pitch in his arsenal. That's been his meal ticket for a long, long time, as long as he's been in this league.
Here it comes on 1-1. 1-2.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
Now he bounces a knuckleball up to the plate for a ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Ranging back is Inciarte. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Well, I thought at first that this was going to be a tougher play than it wound up being. You can see him turn and run straight back towards the wall here in center field, but he gets back there in plenty of time to make the play.
Juan Lagares stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike.
Hey, plays it first. Plays it first.
Hit high in the air down the right field line.
Ball.
Reggie is over near the line now as he makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning.
Yeah, that's just a low fastball here on the outside corner. You see him try to drive the ball the other way, but he got under it just a little bit too much, and that becomes an easy flyout.
Alexi Amarista is in for a 3rd plate appearance as he watches one miss inside. It's 1-0. Two and 0.
Hey, we got 2.
Outside, 3-0 now.
I think at this point, a 2-out walk isn't the worst thing in the world. You'd like to avoid it if you can, but this can be a dangerous spot if you just groove one.
Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. And that is in there at the letters to run it full 3-2. Inside as he nearly got him, and it's ball 4. So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and coming up the dangerous right fielder Matt Kemp. And that misses for ball 1.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
I go.
And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Padres leave 1. We are still scoreless. And as we wrap things up here, what do you say we name this guy right here as the recipient of our Topps Player of the Game award?
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Braves are winners here, 2-1. So long from San Diego.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon.